Hi, I'm Violet. You know how my everyday life at school begins? With everyone asking me to go back home. Weird, right? Yes, and that's because I have a strict curfew time at my own house. My stepmom is a fairy tale witch. One evening, I was just 5 minutes late, but she acted like I had sneaked out to travel to the moon and—
Where the hell have you been? Does it take this long to walk back from school? Where is it? In outer space?
Oh yeah, actually, I was partying with my alien friend. That's it. She made me scrub the bathroom floor that night. But I made sure I spilled shampoo all over her bathroom and she slipped and fell. Hard. Well, she deserved something like that. Even though my house is like a military camp, I cannot run away because of my dad. He met with an accident when I was young, went paralyzed, and has been in his wheelchair ever since. I also have a stepsis, Green. But she's cunning to a whole new level. One day, when I was in school, Green told me there was a party at her friend's place, and she's ready to take me as her +1. Oh, really? It's been so long since we partied together. And we were getting ready that evening when my mom came in.
Violet, here's the list of groceries. Go and get it now, and then do the dishes.
Mom, I have to go out. Green and I are going to a party.
What? Party? I'd never go to a late night party. I'm just gonna sleep. And you? Just do what Mom said.
What a snake! As I was going to the supermarket, I saw Green all dressed up and on the way to the party in a cab.
We'll miss you at the party. Have fun at the supermarket, loser.
I was cursing myself and my fate while at the supermarket when I accidentally pushed some bottles down. The glass shattering noise brought me to reality. I stood terrified, and a handsome, nice guy approached me.
Miss,
Violet. I'm Violet.
Pretty name. I'm John, by the way. Don't worry, just go home. I'll take care of this.
He spoke to the manager and sorted the issue out, and just when I was about to leave, John stopped me and asked me if I would like to have coffee with him. He was cute, and I wanted to go, but looking at the watch, I had to be home in the next 10 minutes, or else my stepmom would rain hell on me. I told him I can't, and left immediately. That night, when I took food to my dad, I told him about John. I met this wonderful guy, Dad. He is so sweet and kind-hearted, like a prince.
That's unbelievable, honey. You know, I met your mom at the supermarket too at first. Listen, this looks like fate's game. Just go for it.
Just then, the doorbell rang. I opened the door, and it was John. I was shocked.
Hey, you, don't be upset. I'm not stalking you or anything. I got your address from the supermarket because I thought you were cute. Might be too much too soon, but I really wanted to see you.
I get it, but how do I say it was very romantic but equally scary because my stepmom and Green were home? What if they saw him? I asked him to leave, but he wanted to meet me for coffee and would not leave until I agreed. I said yes, and just then, Green popped up.
I knew I heard a handsome voice. Who is this, Violet?
She then started flirting with him. John told her that he had come for a book delivery and left immediately. Green actually trusted him too. The next day, I was so excited to meet John on our coffee date, but as soon as I reached the restaurant, my mom called and asked me to come home immediately. Ugh, I was so upset. But then John came, smiling like sunshine.
So glad you came. You look so...
Pretty? Thanks. Sorry, don't have much time. I need to rush back. I'm sorry. What did I just do? Just because of my stepmom, I had to rush through my first date and did not even say goodbye properly. But John was very understanding and calm. I wrote my phone number in his hand and ran home. But when I got there, my mom was waiting for me.
Violet, how dare you go on a date? You're grounded for a week.
What? No, it was not a date. Just coffee and no goodbye. Green had played her game again. She stood with a smirk. Gosh, one side. John kept texting me and asking me to meet, but I couldn't. I just hugged my dad and cried.
Violet, this place is not for you. Honey, I have to tell you something.
He was about to say something when my mom came in.
Violet, go to bed now.
Can't I just talk to my dad?
Whoa, you yelled at Mom? You're so ungrateful. Yelling at the one who feeds you? Batty.
I pushed her angrily and went to bed. I was awake, thinking about Dad. Then suddenly, there was a knock on the window. I opened it, and it was John. He had come with a picnic basket and some candles.
If you can't come for the date will come to you.
Oh, John was the sweetest. He set up a date right in our room. I was so happy that I did not care about anything and enjoyed the date. Just before he left, I kissed him and thanked him, but my mom barged into the room. I was shocked, but she acted all nice in front of him.
Oh, such a sweet boy. Why did you have to sneak in like this? You could have asked me and I would have happily sent Violet out.
Just wow. She's an Oscar herself, isn't she? After John left, she came angrily near me when I ran to my dad's room and locked the door. I told my dad what happened. He pointed towards a box under his bed and asked me to open it. And what I saw there shocked me completely. It was a picture of our old house and a letter. I looked at Dad, and he was struggling to breathe. Oh God!
Honey, you'll find everything you need.
Dad, what happened? He just collapsed. I took him to the emergency room where the doctors said he just had a heart attack and had to be under observation. Stepmom was angry with me for Dad's condition.
See what you've done to him? You kept complaining about your world and gave him all the stress. If something happens to him, I'll show you hell.
Oh, wow. Now you care about your husband? Just know that I love him more than you do.
Violet, shut up. Just go home and leave this to us. We'll take care.
No, I'm not going anywhere. I did not leave my dad's side. I decided to stay there till he returns home. But then I realized the letter I took from the box was still in my pocket. I took it out to read when Stepmom came and grabbed it from my hand.
What is this? Did your dad give you this?
Please, give it back! I tried to grab it from her, but she just tore it into pieces and crushed it with her foot. What did you just do? How dare you?
Your dad thought he could send you away? I won't let that happen.
Thankfully, I hid that picture at least from my stepmom. I had to get out and find the truth she's trying to hide. But how can I leave my dad and go? And worse, stepmom and Green were hovering over me like eagles. So at night when they dozed off, I decided to sneak out. But then someone caught my hand. Green!
Where are you off to, sis?
I needed some coffee.
I'll come with you. I need one too.
She came with me to the coffee machine. We got some coffee and sat there. I was frustrated, but then I thought of a plan. I acted like I was about to puke on her, and she ran away from me. The next second, I took off to the street. I was waiting for a cab to stop when suddenly someone tapped on my shoulder. I turned back nervously and found Green with stepmom. Freaking frogs.
Where to, darling?
To meet your boyfriend? He's here already?
What? How? I ran back to the hospital and found John standing in front of Dad's room. I rushed to hug him. I told him everything before Green and stepmom arrived, and he seemed to have a good plan. Just then, Green came running and hugged John. Annoying brat.
Green, you must be exhausted. Come, let's get you something to eat.
Thank you, John.
Green very happily went with him. In a few minutes, John came back alone. Where is Green?
I distracted her and locked her up in my house. We don't have much time. Let's leave now.
We immediately left for the old house, which looked haunted, with cobwebs everywhere. We started searching the house, but could not find anything worthwhile.
Violet, are you sure about this place?
Yes, John. My dad gave me a picture of this room in the house and a letter. I showed him the picture, and looking at it, his eyes lit up. He told me he'd seen that room somewhere, and immediately took me into another corridor, and at the end of it, there was a big room. We went in and saw the same picture framed on the wall. John took the picture off the wall to reveal a safe behind it, but it was locked. I tried my dad's birthday, my birthday. It did not open. I was getting frustrated. Then something struck me, and I tried my real mom's birth date, and it opened. Inside, there was a letter. It was written by her, saying how my stepmom had blackmailed my dad into marrying her and then plotted a car accident to kill her. John, can you believe this? My mom was killed. As I was talking, my stepmom and Green barged into the house.
So, you found out everything, huh? I was hoping to keep you alive because when you turn 18, I can get the property, which me and my daughter can enjoy, but I guess I'll have to finish you off before that.
Oh, you wish! Just as my stepmom and Green jumped towards me, John had already called the cops, and they came in and got them arrested. It was like everything just happened in a flash. I hugged John, and we sat down. I laughed and said yes. Dad was discharged in a couple of days, too, and soon I got my happy ending. Or should I say, happy beginning.